PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. Hey, this is the third episode of Tactical Digital. So I want to back up just a little bit into part 2 and talk a little bit more about setting up a YouTube account. So we talked in sports analogies in the first 2 deals. If I want to get better at my sport, I have to practice. Practice, and then I get myself better, working my routines, working the basics. Well, I think in order to be a great presenter of a product, what you really need to do is you need to practice your product presentation. Our job as presenters is to raise the level of whatever somebody's trying to buy. So my job is to make sure the RAV4 is more than they ever expected. So to raise the level of the RAV4 or the Camry or the 4Runner, or to convince somebody that leasing a car is a viable opportunity. So the better I do with that, the greater chance I have to be successful and also to increase my income. So I think that if you set up a YouTube account, then you can do your videos. Now your videos do not have to be public. You can keep every video as a private video and nobody sees them but you. But you're out there doing a positional walk around. Let's say you're doing the infotainment system on a Toyota. So do I need to be on camera? Do I need to have my hands there? Do I need to show as I'm going through the stages of what I'm trying to show? You know, once I do a video and look back, I go, you know what, I could have done that better. Maybe I should have done it this way. And then I finally get one that I really am happy with, and I place that in my YouTube toolbox. So I choose to use that or not. But if somebody wants to find out how the infotainment system works, all I have to do is send that video. It's already prepared. So setting up the YouTube channel allows me able to do this. One thing I said in the beginning was I want to introduce myself to every lead. So somebody's looking at a product that you have. They're interested. You've received the lead. I want to send a video out saying, hey, I've been assigned to your account. I'm super excited to work for you. Here's my contact information. Reach out to me the way you're most comfortable. If you look at the numbers of closing percentages in the automotive world, of 100 leads that come in, we're closing somewhere around 8 to 12%. Let's call it 10%. So out of every 100 leads, 90 people don't come in. 90 people don't buy. And so that may be the number. I'm not happy with that number. That may be the number, but that doesn't mean the 90% that doesn't come in, if I have an opportunity, I'm not going to personally invite them in. So what happened with the internet department was they told them the product was there and they said, when would you like to come in? Whether they set an appointment or not, I don't know. But once I've been assigned to that account, I am going to personally invite everybody to come in. And it can be done generically like I did in part 1. Hey, I'm Casey. I know you're looking for a Toyota passenger car. Please come in. Here's my contact information. Again, I'm going to make myself the reason they're coming to the dealership. And maybe that 90% miss, we pick up a couple more percent. That's more successful and that's more income. The great thing about being able to store your videos is that you might do a video on leasing. Why would I lease versus buy? And you could send that out to somebody. Actually doing a lease conversion at the end of the deal, you have to be pretty skilled to get somebody to convert to a lease. Really, really skilled. And so most of you are. But why would I need to use that skill if I'd already convinced somebody before they ever came in? Why would I want to talk about the RAV4 when I could already send the RAV4 video out? Now they know how professional you are, how prepared you are, and how much more you did than anybody else. So that's my pitch once again to set up a YouTube channel. In our video library, I said the bigger you make it, the bigger it is. And again, I want to reemphasize this. I'm not talking about any product you're selling. The product was already good enough to make them interested in possibly owning this product. Now, my job is to elevate that product to the level of, well, I didn't know that. That's something I didn't know about that, Casey. Thanks for explaining that. That makes a lot of sense. I want to place that product so it's perfect for the person that's going to be driving or buying the product, whether it's going to be a daughter or a son, a second car for the family, or the primary car. But I want to be able to send that video out before they come in. Again, that 90% that's not traffic to my store, I might be able to bring more of those people in to me because I'm prepared. But once I've done that video and I put it in there, it's available for me at any time. This is the all-new Crown. So for everybody that's waiting for Toyota to tell you about the Crown, you don't have to wait. Toyota's already given the prototypes out to multiple influencers. They've all driven the car. They've all done walk-arounds on the car. And when Toyota finally does the Crown launch, whether it's a physical launch or a digital launch, you'll already know everything they're going to say, because they've already told the influencers everything about this car, because they want them to get that information out there so more people are interested. So this is the biggest opportunity that I could ever talk about. The people that you've already sold a car to, the people that have already purchased a vehicle from you, should receive a full walk-around video, or at least a partial video of you explaining the Crown and a little bit about the Crown. So let's say I do this. All my clients out there I've sold cars to, I send a video out. People always ask me, Casey, how often do you contact your customers? Well, there's no real number. The only time you contact a customer is when there's something to say. Well, there's something to say right now. We've gotten rid of the Avalon. We brought in the Crown, which is a legacy for Toyota. I'm going to tell everybody. So I send a video out about the Crown. The next day I get a call from one of my customers, go, hey man, I appreciate that video. That Crown is going to be an awesome car. Hey, the reason I'm calling is my daughter's turning 16 and we're thinking about a RAV4. Did I just sell a RAV4 because I sent my client a video on the Crown or the new Sequoia, or next year at the end of the year, the new 4Runner? I've got something to say. Let's send it out. So here's what I did. I put this up on green screen. This is the Platinum Edition. And then I just did a pop-up right here. And what I'm going to do is just a basic walk around to tell you a little bit about the 2023 Toyota Crown. As always, when we have a new product coming out, I reach out to every single one of my clients. And thank you for the feedback for the Toyota Sequoia video I sent out. You guys are hilarious, and thank you for your comments. But there's some exciting news at Toyota right now. We've got the all-new Crown coming out. The Avalon went away. I was sad because that is a phenomenal vehicle, but it's been replaced with a legacy car with Toyota, which is called the Crown. This Crown has 3 different models coming out, and I'm going to send you a picture, and you see off to the side right here, this is the Platinum. So the Platinum is the high-end grade. We also have the Limited and then the XLE. So there's a little difference between the cars, and people are saying, is it a car? Is it an SUV? It's a passenger car. We are in the passenger car business. So if you've got somebody in your family that is not gone, oh, I don't want anything but a truck or an SUV, and they still love passenger cars, there will be no better passenger car, but they have to make a decision. When you look at the XLE or you look at the Limited, you're going to get a 2.5 liter hybrid, and this car is going to get almost 40 miles per gallon. It's a full-size car. It is a luxury beyond luxury car. It is phenomenal. But featured to my side right here is the all-new Platinum. And the Platinum gets, if you study the new Tundra, it gets the iForce Max turbo hybrid combination. This vehicle will feature 340 horsepower. That is going to be a rocket ship, and it's still going to get close to 30 miles per gallon. So whether you want to go giant economy and luxury or giant performance and luxury, the all-new Crown is just around the corner in 2023. Be the first person to call me up, put a deposit. I want to make sure that one of my clients are the first person on their neighborhood, in their town, to drive the all-new Toyota Crown. So my statement to everybody would be, why wait? You know, why wait till this car comes out? Because, again, I know I'm not going to have a ton of Crowns. I know I'm not going to have 30 or 40 Crowns to be able to sell. There'll be more people that want this car than we have the car. I understand that. But it doesn't mean that when I send this video out and the customer's aware that I'm thinking about them, that they don't come in and buy a pre-owned car, a certified car, or a new car, RAV4, whatever. It means that I've contacted them and they don't forget me. So if I'm going to do something real quick, I'm going to do some math for you and just kind of follow my logic here. So if I sell 20 cars a month, so the average salesperson ought to be doing about 20 cars a month. So you can adjust this number to whatever you're actually doing and make it a factual number. And I work at the same dealership for a 5-year span. So that's 20 cars a month over a 5-year period of time. How many cars have you actually delivered? That is 1,200. It doesn't take long to go from 0 cars delivered to 1,200 cars delivered. That's 1,200 people that should receive the video that I just did on the Crown. And again, I don't know that everybody thinks about that, but if you've been in the same dealership for 5 years, you're somewhere between 800 and 2,000 deliveries. So I look at this as an opportunity. How many of these people, we'll just do two questions. I love these two questions. First of all, how many should be happy with the product? And I hope you say, well, if it's a Toyota KC, they should all be happy with the product, right? But the second question is, how many of them should be happy with you? So if there's anybody watching this that said, well, none of them should be happy with me, then you need to up your game. Of course they should be happy with you. So that means that all 1,200 people are in play for me again. They certainly should be more in play than somebody I've never met before that's never been to my dealership before. Does that make sense? I realize that some of them aren't going to be buying, that all 1,200 aren't coming in today, but over time, these people will come back. Now let's do this. So I got a trade cycle. The average trade cycle for people is about 5 years. So that means about 20% of my customers will come into buying again every year. So 20% of 1,200 is 240. You've got to divide it by the months, which is 12, and that's 20 cars a month. So is it possible at the beginning of year 6, if you're selling your customer a second car, to be able to work 2 days a week and only work by appointment only and only sell your customer a car again? Now, I know a lot of people out there right now, Casey, that's impossible. If you said that was impossible, if you just thought in your mind or said out loud, well, that'll never happen, I promise you, you're right. But when you know it can happen because of your skill set, then you go after it with the fervor that nobody else possesses. There's nobody else in your dealership that's going to do this, so you become the person that's making the biggest income and have the biggest impact in your market. So let's look at that again. Now, I'm going to go say that most people don't live alone. They either have a roommate, a friend living with them, or they have a significant other, a partner, a husband or a wife. People don't normally live alone. So when I'm selling the wife, let's put an example, I'm selling a wife a Highlander. Is she going to be happy with the Highlander? I can't even imagine why somebody wouldn't be overjoyed with the Highlander. What a vehicle, right? So I asked the husband, I said, I know you're not buying anything right now, but when you buy something, what are you thinking? He's going, I got a buddy that's got one of those TRD Pro Tacomas, and that thing is awesome. We do hunting, we fish, and that's my next vehicle. You know, how far are you out? He goes, probably a couple of years. Okay, so I don't know what you just heard right there, but I just heard the guy committing to buying a car from me in 2 years. I'm still going to be here. I'm going to put that information in my CRM. The more information I put in, the better information that comes out. And then about a year and a half later, I'm going to call him up. I say, I know him early. I know you were thinking about a TRD Pro. Are you still there? Because I want to make sure I get the exact vehicle you want. I'm never giving that away. So it's funny now, my 1,200 just became 2,400. So I went from 1,200 clients to 2,400 clients, and people have 2 kids, 2.4. I don't know how you get a 0.4. Let's go down to 2 kids. So wouldn't you want to be the person that delivers every 16-year-old their first car? Well, your customer, they brought the kids in. You got one that's 13 and one that's 15. Anybody can do that math. You got 3 years and 1 year, and both of them are driving. So why wouldn't you take that 2,400, 1,200, 2,400, add 2 more? That's 4,800 people. I haven't even left the household yet. No friends, no extended family, no business associates. So instead of spending time looking out the window and wondering when the next opportunity is going to come in the door, spend time every day working within your client base and sending them relevant information about what Toyota's doing, because it's interesting. It's interesting to you, and it's interesting to me. It's all new. It's exciting. Send the information out. I partner up with service. I really thought about not bringing this into this series because this is so complex that people don't understand it. I was always told to introduce people to parts and service before they took delivery of their car. But you walk back there when it's busy and when people are covered up, it's just never a good time to interrupt somebody. But now we're in a digital age. And so I take the ASM of my choice. Let's say there's 5 service writers in your dealership, and you know this guy or gal right here is the best service writer in your store. I mean, bar none. If you had somebody ask, who should I go see? You would say that person every time. Partner up with this person and have them do a video. So I did this video as a template for you guys to see what I would do when I partnered up with an ASM. Hey, I'm KC, and I'm super excited to find out that you just purchased a Toyota certified used vehicle. Congratulations. after that vehicle has gone through our shop and we've had inspected a Toyota certified technician, it's been approved, so we have a background in your car. I'll be your service writer for as long as you buy that car. So 5,000 miles from now is your first service appointment, and I check the background on your car. Your first service is nothing more than a tire rotation and an oil change. So as for KC, I can't wait to get started. See you soon. What they don't understand is if I plug you into that service writer and you're still there 5 years later, then I'm going to get the next car deal from you. So the service department is retaining the customer for me. But what the service writer doesn't understand until you tell that ASM, when you bring that customer back to me and I sell them a car, I'm going to retain the car they traded in, going to sell that car too. So every time you give me a customer back, I'm going to give you 2 customers. So it's a better deal for the service writer. It's time to start partnering up with parts and service. So I do a little something right here. So there's my business card. There's my service writer. So I give this at the end. I say, if you need anything about how the car operates or any kind of questions, call me. But if you have any service concerns at all, then here's Tim, and Tim will be your guy. So then I've done this with a business card, and I've also done it with a refrigerator magnet. So again, what my job is at the end of selling this car is to sell my service writer, because I don't want them to go to Brake Experts, because they're not. I don't want them to go to Firestone Complete Car Care, because they're not complete, or Pep Boys, or Walmart. We have the best, highly trained Toyota technicians anywhere. Why would you ever take your car anywhere but our dealership for service? And this is one way to be able to retain my client base. So let me close this out. Remember, today's customers can resource everything without a dealership. I don't need a walk around from a salesperson, because I can go into YouTube and I can type in the vehicle I want, and there will be multiple influencers out there that will tell me exactly what they think about this product and how this product can be used and what it is in compared to other products. It's already out there. Make yourself relevant. Brand yourself. Have your video be the video that convinces them to come in. I don't know why it would be more difficult for you to do a video than an influencer. It doesn't make any sense. They don't have any advantage over you. In fact, you have the advantage because you have a constant source of product at all time. And I look at an overview of why we did this class and why I've done this 3-part series. Anything I need, I can get on Amazon. So, I went into a Harley dealership the other day, and the floorboards where your feet go on a Harley, I saw some really cool ones. And so the guy told me they were $550. So fine. At $550, I did not buy those floorboards. I thought the ones I had right now worked fine. So I went home, I went on to Amazon, found the exact same for $125 less. Exact same brand, exact same floorboards, and they'll deliver them to my house. I mean, that's the way the world is right now. Grocery store. I don't have to go shop for groceries anymore. If I know the foods that I like to eat, then I go online, I put a check mark, and they deliver them. I saw Kroger, which is a grocery store here in Texas, deliver to my neighbor yesterday, 2 doors down. Big food truck came in. They may never go to a grocery store again. Why would you go? Carvana will bring a car to your house. Now, is it going to be a brand new car? No. Is it going to be a car they bought from the auction? Yes. Is it going to be a perfect car? No. But if you don't like the car, they'll come pick it back up and give you all your money back. They'll give you 7 days to find out whether you like the car or not. It's crazy. So that's available for every Toyota dealership to do. I had a dealer friend the other day told me, well, we're patterning ourselves more like Carvana now. We're doing a lot of home deliveries. I said, well, how many rollbacks do you have? They go, what do you mean? How many wrecker rollbacks do you have? And are you delivering with your ABC Toyota logo on there to all the neighborhoods around the town? No. I said, well, then you're not like Carvana. You're Carvana-like. You'll if you have to, you'll deliver a car there. You're not making it a priority. Well, look what people are doing. They're ordering everything from Amazon. They're not even grocery shopping. Wait a minute, DoorDash. Why would somebody order a burger and French fries from a fast food chain to take 30 to 45 minutes to deliver it to your house, and the burger's cold and the fries are soggy? But they'll do it because they don't want to get in their car and drive down and go through the drive-through lane to pick up their burger. So that's available. And the last thing is, I talked about it the other day, you're having a party at your house and you don't want to go to the liquor store. So you pick up, a computer, go to Drizzly, and they'll bring a box full of liquor to your house. There's nothing out there in the world right now that you can't source and have delivered to you. So the question you have to ask is, are we going more digital? Or when the COVID and the chip shortage stop, are we going to go back where people will just show up at the dealership and walk through your inventory to see what you have? Are they going to be digital? Or are they going to be physical? If you want to increase your income, if you want to continually grow your income and your success rate, be digital. This has been the third phase of Tactical Digital, PK52, the Saturday morning meeting.